You are on the Movie Girl channel. Today I'm going to tell you about the movie Blue Lagoon. Give me a like now and let's get started. This is the main character, Emma. She's the most popular girl in the high school. And this is Dean, the loner. They're getting ready for school as usual, but they don't know that their lives are about to change forever. Mom drops Emma and her sister off at school, but they almost get hit by Dean's truck. At school, Emma meets her best friend Lizzie. She wants to set her up with the popular boy, Sebastian. Mr. Christensen reminds the students that tomorrow is the field trip to the island of Trinidad. The class is looking forward to the adventure, but Emma's attention is drawn more to bad boy Dean. Her friends warn her that he's cute, but he has a bad reputation. He's been kicked out of several schools and he acts weird. Dean doesn't want to go to the island and hang out with the nerds, but his rich father has already made all the arrangements. The students fly to the fabulous island. The girls get the best seats by the pool. They have a great time. Dean is the only one who's bored by himself, but Emma's swimming in the pool has piqued his interest. In the evening, there's an unofficial boat party. The handsome quarterback invites Emma to join him. How can she say no? The students on the boat are having a great time. During the party, Sebastian is caught making out with a random girl, which breaks Emma's heart. But this only amuses Dean. That's when the police decide to check out the boat. Now the students are in trouble. The jolt has caused Emma to fall overboard. Only Dean notices and jumps into the water after her. In the dark, they climb into the dinghy. Dean wants to avoid trouble with the police and unties the boat. They dock at the shore when things calm down. What could go wrong? A storm. Lightning flashes in the sky and a downpour begins. The teenagers are stranded on a tiny boat in the open Caribbean. In the morning, the students are reprimanded for the disrupted trip. Now, they are being sent home, and then the friends realize that Emma is missing. During roll call, it turns out that Dean is also missing. That's when the troublemakers on the boat wake up. They could have been anywhere overnight. Dean's cell phone is completely soaked. Emma, on the other hand, kept her phone in a Ziploc bag. She even brought a bottle of water with her. Dean makes fun of the prom queen. She wants to be perfect at everything. Soon the girl spots an island on the horizon. Dean grabs the only paddle. The police ask Lizzie where her friend disappeared to. It seems that she ran away with Dean, but this kind of adventure is not Emma's style. Something must have happened to her. A few hours later, the couple is sailing near the island, and they are carried to the shore by a huge wave. There is no cell service. Now, they have to explore the island. Dean finds a flare gun in the boat, and they set off. The prom queen is shocked, but they'll be rescued soon, right? Dean's father meets Emma's mother at school. A teacher tells them that their children are missing. They plan to take the next flight to Trinidad. In the jungle, Emma finds colorful berries, but Dean stops her. This plant is poisonous. In the middle of the island, they find a lovely waterfall. Dean suggests they not miss the moment and at least take a picture, but Emma is in a hurry to find a hotel. After a few hours, they reach the edge of the island, but still no hotel, no road or any other sign of civilization. Are they really stranded on a desert island? On the way, they find a cave where they can hide from the rain. Dean turns on a lighter and discovers a whole flock of bats inside. Terrified, the students jump into the lake. Emma is not ready to live in the wild. On the beach, they discover that the dinghy has been swept away by the tide. Now all they can do is wait for help. But by late afternoon, the lifeguards still haven't shown up. Will they have to spend the night on the island? Dean politely gives Emma the only life jacket instead of a pillow, and Emma remembers that she has some snacks in her bag. Now it's like a romantic dinner at sea. When the hottie gets cold, Dean gives her his shirt. They go to bed, and then there's a rustle in the bushes. Is anyone there? It was morning on Paradise Island. Emma is up at first light, and is already drawing an SOS signal on the beach. She asks Dean to fetch some water, but he goes for a swim first. How carefree, not like the serious Emma. Meanwhile, the parents have flown to the island of Trinidad. Mr. Christensen tells them the latest news. A dinghy is missing from the yacht. The police are already searching the area in boats. The parents will also hire private rescuers. Emma has to go alone to the spring and fetch water, but she's terrified of every rustling in the bushes. Dean builds a shelter in case it rains. When Emma hurts her finger, he carefully gives her first aid. They start to trust each other. For lunch, they drink and snack on coconuts. But Dean is more interested in Emma. He's already got his eye on the girl, but he's not a good builder. His hut is falling apart, but Emma is there to help. Even her shelter is perfect. They have fun while the rescuers search for them, but the days fly by. While sleeping, Dean accidentally hugs Emma, and she doesn't seem to mind. The next day, Emma takes a shower under a waterfall, but she's distracted by Dean. Of course, there's someone in the woods, and Emma asked him to keep an eye on her, but not too closely. The missing teenagers are already being reported on television, but the hope of finding them alive dwindles by the day. The police call off the rescue research, but Emma's parents aren't giving up hope, and Dean's father has even hired a helicopter. Emma looks for rescuers every day, and then they find a human skeleton on the beach. Are they really going to die here? But Dean is sure that they have a better chance because they're together, so he kisses Emma. The girl doesn't mind at all. Dean is her only support on the island. In the evening, they cuddle by the fire, but suddenly Emma cries. Carried away by her romance with Dean, she forgets that they are on a desert island. When they are together, everything seems normal. The next morning, Emma doesn't find Dean anywhere. She rushes inland to look for him. There he is! Dean decided to bury the dead guy. Emma is pissed that the boyfriend didn't warn her. Dean snaps that they're not soulmates, just trapped on this island. Emma can't believe it. She stumbles and falls, and how scared Dean is for her. He helps Emma to clean her shattered knee. The guy apologizes for his behavior. Dean admits that he didn't go to his mother's funeral and decided to make up for his trauma by burying a stranger's skeleton. This rebuilds trust between them. While swimming in the lake, Dean talks about his mother's funeral. He killed her, by the way. When his mother was driving him home from training, Dean distracted her, and they had a car accident. Dean woke up in the hospital 3 days later, and Mom was gone. Emma is certain it wasn't his fault. Her support helped Dean to forgive himself. He invites Emma to dance in the rain. Dean treats the girl with care and gives her a flower. She rewards him with a kiss. A month after the students disappeared, the search was officially called off. Only the teenagers' parents believe in a miraculous rescue. Dean's father remembers almost losing his business while mourning the death of his wife. Maybe it's time to call off the search. Soon, Emma's mother returns home to take care of her youngest daughter. Meanwhile, Emma is on the beach with a bad boy. They are diving, and for the first time in their lives, they are truly happy. They don't have to go to school, and they don't have to be nagged by their parents. But Emma thinks it's time to go out on their own. Dean replies that he used to watch Emma at school, but she was so boring, and it was only on the island that she became herself. And Dean has changed and opened up to the world. Deep down, they're happy to be here. Dean decided to get his girlfriend some flowers, but then he heard the sound of a plane. He ran to the flare gun, but he didn't have time to signal. The flare gun was gone. Did Emma move it? But Emma's stuff is also missing: lotion, an empty bottle, and other little things. They argue and Emma leaves, but there's no way off the island. The sea has washed away the SOS sign, and with it the last hope of getting off. One day, Dean hears another rustle in the bushes. He decides to investigate and discovers a panther in the jungle. The beast rushes after him, but Dean seems to be faster. Only at the last moment, he stumbled over a branch, and the panther pounced on him. Emma found him with a knife over the dead body of the predator. The girl carefully washed the blood from her protector under a waterfall. They built their life on the island, learned defense and how to find food, and most importantly, they found love. But back home, their parents missed them and hoped they would come home safe and sound. But one day, Emma got sick. Could she be pregnant? That wouldn't be good on the island. Then an empty bottle fell on her. It's a thieving monkey, and it's holding a rocket launcher. Emma managed to trade it for a banana. Now they have hope for rescue. The girl immediately shoots into the air. They have to go back. They won't last a year here. Dean doesn't want to lose his life in paradise, but Emma convinces him that it's not about life, it's about survival. Soon, an opportunity presents itself. There's the sound of a helicopter over the island. Emma fires the last flare into the air, and it seems the couple has been spotted. Soon, the survivors fly home. Reporters show the miraculous rescue of the two students. Their parents can't believe their eyes. Even Dean is happy to see his dad, but in the crowd, the sweethearts have lost each other. They return to their homes as if nothing had ever happened between them. At night, Dean knocks on Emma's window. It's so strange to be back. Emma's parents are having a party to celebrate their daughter's rescue, and she invites Dean. But no more kissing. They might get caught by her parents. Dean keeps a low profile at the party, and Emma is surrounded by a crowd of friends. She's become even more popular since her return, and she's forgotten all about her island romance. At school, they ignore each other again. Emma is persuaded to go to the prom with Sebastian, and Dean has problems with the teachers. Sister Stacy complains that Emma is getting all the attention, but the truth is, Emma has changed on the island. Instead of the quarterback, she invites her little sister to the prom, but Stacy goes off to dance with a fancy guy, and Emma is all alone. Dean doesn't even want to go to the prom, but his dad talks him into it. Emma sees Dean standing alone in the rain. Without thinking, she throws herself into his arms. They dance in the rain as if they were alone on an island. This couple is back together and deserves your like, thank you.